All right, so you know how some songs just hit you right in the feels?
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're going to be looking at today.
Oh, cool.
John Lennon's Imagine, a track that's not just good for a sing-along, but like really makes you think, you know? And you know what you guys requested?
Yeah.
We're going deep on this one, looking at the message and how those big ideas might actually play out if we try to, apply them in the real world.
Gotcha.
So imagine it's more than a song. It's like this blueprint for like a perfect world, a utopia, completely different from what we know.
Interesting.
But is that even possible? Could we get there, and what would it take?
Yeah.
So Lennon kind of sets up this world without heaven, hell on, hell no countries, war, religion, possessions.
Wow.
Like, whoa. Think about what each of those things means, right?
Yeah.
Like what shifting those would do to
And
everything.
wild, right?
Yeah.
It's really incredible when you think about it.
Right. The lyrics, they seem so simple at first, but when you really dig into the implications,
Oh, yeah.
they're huge.
Totally.
Like, take that first line, no heaven, no hell, above us, only sky. It's like, boom, right in the face of the idea of an afterlife.
Right.
It's saying we got to focus on what's happening here and now in this life.
This next line always gets me. Like,
Yeah.
imagine there's no countries, nothing to kill or die for.
Yeah.
So simple, so powerful.
It's amazing.
Especially thinking about the context, the Cold War, nuclear war threats.
Right, exactly. That context makes it even more powerful.
Oh, totally.
A world without countries, borders.
Yeah.
Is it really possible, though? I mean, look at the European Union.
Yeah.
It's not perfect, obviously.
Sure.
But it shows that countries can choose to kind of give up some power for unity, right?
Yeah.
Economic and political.
Yeah.
Could that model work on a global scale?
Well, that's the question, right?
Yeah.
What happens to cultural identity? How do we govern?
And is patriotism like inherently tied to potential violence?
Right. That's a big one. Yeah.
Okay, so now for the line that usually sparks the most debate.
Oh, here we go.
And no religion, too.
It's a bold statement.
It is, yeah.
Religion, its role is so complex.
Totally.
Comfort, community, purpose for so many people, but also so much conflict and division historically.
Yeah.
Imagine no organized religion. What do we gain? What do we lose? Right?
Yeah.
Could we still be spiritual in some way?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
It makes you think, how different would our values and actions be if we really believed that this is it, this life? Maybe more compassion, empathy, instead of strict rules, dogma.
Interesting.
Think about the ancient Greek philosophers.
Oh, yeah.
Virtue tied to a good life. Now, not getting into heaven or whatever.
Makes sense.
Okay, and then this big one. Imagine no possessions. A brotherhood of man.
Whoa.
This isn't just like tweaking the system.
Right.
It's like a complete overhaul of capitalism.
Yeah.
Everything we know about economics.
Yeah.
How would resources even be distributed?
Exactly.
What about ambition,
Yeah.
innovation?
Right. And it's interesting to think about, like, Lennon himself,
Yeah.
a wealthy celebrity, singing about no possessions.
Right.
Was he being real, or is that a contradiction we can't ignore?
Yeah, it's like food for thought,
Totally.
But there's something to be said about the act of imagining itself, right?
Yeah.
Maybe a perfect utopia isn't realistic, but constantly trying to improve the world,
Yeah.
pushing ourselves to think differently.
I like that.
That's powerful,
Absolutely.
Like Lennon sings, you may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Millions of people connect with this vision.
Yeah.
Maybe perfection isn't the point.
Right.
It's the shared dream,
Yeah.
the desire for something better.
That's what matters. So, like, here's the question for you, right? Imagine shows us this utopia. Can we really achieve that?
Yeah.
Or is the real power in the imagining itself, that constant striving, even knowing we might never actually reach perfection?
Wow, what a ride. Thanks for joining us today as we
Absolutely.
dove into Imagine.
Absolutely.
Hopefully this got some new ideas going.
Yeah.
Makes you think about what your ideal world would look like.
I hope so.
So imagine, right, you have to design one part of that utopia.
Okay.
Where would you start? Yeah.
I don't know. That's a tough one.
Right.
I'll have to think about that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks again for listening.
Thanks, everyone.
Catch you next time.
See ya.